Okay, so this is Sunny Days, and I'm back with you on 5 by 5. This video is about Melania, more Christmas goings on, and at the White House. Let's get started. I've been doing these because I don't feel like our First Lady gets enough attention from the news cycle and the media. So I hope you enjoy them. I've enjoyed looking at the pictures because I hardly ever see her unless I make it a point to look for her. So, Melania Trump at FLOTUS. Be Best focuses on encouraging children to be best in their individual paths and the importance of positive social, emotional, and physical health. The handmade ornaments on this year's White House wreath in the Red Room showcase the talent of American craftsmanship. And then there's the wreath and Be Best in a little red house. And a close-up of the Be Best ornament. And then FLOTUS tweeted out, the White House, Cross Hall, and Grand Foyer overflow with love, joy, peace, hope, and faith, revealing the most important gifts of the season. The scene reminds us of all the blessings in our own lives and how grateful we are to call this beautiful land our home. It'd be something to see the White House and all the, especially when it's decorated for Christmas, with all the lights and the reflections on the floor. It's beautiful. Wow, I like it. Again, FLOTUS, lighting the national Christmas tree is one of the America's oldest holiday traditions. POTUS and I were honored to virtually join National Park Service and National Park Federation for their 98th annual tree lighting ceremony. And there's POTUS and FLOTUS and the band. Last night, President Trump and First Lady Melania attended the 2020 congressional ball. FLOTUS is stunning in a Dior suit and Giorgio Armani blouse. And this is FLOTUS report at Melania J. Trump. I'm not sure who runs that account. There's FLOTUS in her suit and POTUS. And then they both participated in the White House tweeted out, on National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, we solemnly honor and uphold the memory of those who lost their lives on December 7, 1941, a date which will live in infamy, and we reflect on the courage of all those who served our nation in the Second World War. And then this is the proclamation on National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day 2020. And you can find that at thewhitehouse.gov. Presidential Actions Proclamation National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. This was tweeted out by FLOTUS Count. On National Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, we honor and remember the brave service members who gave their lives 79 years ago. Our nation will never forget your bravery, sacrifice, and service. And then this was tweeted out by FLOTUS. History continues to unfold at the White House, and I am pleased to announce the completion of the tennis pavilion. Preserving the historic landmark is vital, and I want to thank all who helped complete this project. Today, at FLOTUS announced the completion of the tennis pavilion on the White House grounds, and this was tweeted out by the White House. This was tweeted out by FLOTUS. It's been an honor to work with Women's Vote 100 to support the legislation authorizing the Every Word We Utter monument. POTUS and I are looking forward to bringing this bill to the White House to ensure the women's suffrage movement is remembered for generations to come. And then America's youth celebrate 100 years of women's suffrage. And then it says building the movement, America's youth 100 years of women's suffrage. And then FLOTUS tweeted out this Toys for Tots. And then I'm going to read this short article. Fashion Notes, Melania Trump brings Christmas spirit in tartan stilettos and a preppy peacoat by John Binder, and this was found in Breitbart.com. First Lady Melania Trump brought the Christmas spirit to children at the annual United States Marine Toys for Tots event at Joint Base Anacostia Bowling in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday. Melania Trump was all smiles with children to whom she distributed toys, wearing a preppy peacoat that resembled designs by all American brands such as Ralph Lauren and Tommy Hilfiger. Mrs. Trump wore an ivory Ralph Lauren turtleneck sweater that matched her ivory cigarette pants. The standout fashion moment through though was the standout fashion moment though was a pair of red and white tartan Manalo Manalo Bla Blahnik stilettos that are only available for resale, used these days. The heels are a holiday must with their traditional ethos and sleek modern silhouette. And the credit goes to Nicholas Cam, AFP, via Getty Images for these pictures that were taken of her. Again, same photographer. There's Flotus helping with Toys for Tots, and there's those stilettos. Stuff. They were sorting toys that day, I believe, getting them ready to go to the children. More pictures of her shoes. They actually took quite a few pictures of her. Hmm. And continued. Must have been things for the children to do and stay. There's more shoe pictures. Stay active with. Hope I'm not making you too dizzy with all of this, but wanted to get through the pictures. Boy, this photographer really likes her shoes. That's funny. Cute, cute little kids, cute children. The Marines coloring with the kids. And there, wrap up that article. Again, that was John Bender at Breitbart News. All right, back to the slides. So this was Flotus, Toys for Tots USA has taught Americans that kindness and the act of giving is timeless and can be done at any age. Thank you to the USMC and JBABDC for hosting another wonderful toy drive and making sure every child has a present to open on Christmas morning. And then the photo album. All right, and then I threw this in here. POTUS had participated in the Army Navy game last weekend, and this was tweeted out by the Columbia Bugle. Pictures of President real Donald Trump in the crowd at the Army Navy game. Just go through the individual pictures, and there's POTUS, he's right there. Like that, all the uniforms, all these brave young men and women. All right. And then I come to this, tweeted out by Flotus about the Children's Hospital. This was in the Daily Herald. It's Mrs. Trump Visits Children's Hospital, a holiday tradition. It's by Darlene Superville for the Associated Press. Mrs. Trump visits Children's Hospital, a holiday tradition. Melania Trump didn't let the coronavirus pandemic break a decades long tradition of First Ladies visiting a Washington Children's Hospital at the holidays. On Tuesday, she made her fourth and final, not final, holiday visit as her first lady to the Children's National Hospital. That final thing is something that is quite debatable. Anyway, wonderful to be here, she said. This is one of my favorite events during the holiday season. During each of her visits, Mrs. Trump said she has seen that the spirit of Christmas is alive in each of the children who are battling medical conditions. The hospital tweaked the holiday program to safely accommodate the visit during the pandemic, which has claimed more than 300,000 lives in the United States. Mrs. Trump has our deep gratitude for joining every First Lady since Bess Truman in bringing holiday cheer to children who are hospitalized and can't be home this during this special time of the year, said Dr. Kurt Newman, Chief Executive Officer of the hospital. The First Lady sat in a chair in front of a towering Christmas tree adorning the hospital's atrium. Two patients, 6-year-old Riley Whitney and 8-year-old Sophia Martinez, sat with pillows on a red carpet in front to listen to Mrs. Trump read a book about holiday ornaments that come to life. In past years, Mrs. Trump read to a big crowd of patients and their families, hospital staffers and singers and dancers. Her reading of the children's Christmas story, Oliver the Ornament, meets Marley and Joan and Abby, was broadcast over the hospital's closed circuit television system so patients could tune in from their rooms. Tom Zimmerman, who is writing a series of children's books featuring the Christmas time adventures of Oliver the Ornament, said the stories also serve to teach children about kindness, especially in the face of bullying. During her time as First Lady, Mrs. Trump has raised awareness about the harmful effects of bullying. Zimmerman said he was glad Mrs. Trump's visit would help take the children's mind off of what they are going through, if only for an hour. When the reading ended, singer Maria Carey's rendition of All I Want for Christmas Is You was played, and she went to call out numbers in a bingo game. The game is played twice a week to give the children a mental break from their medical conditions. The hospital marked 150 years of pediatric care and research this month. Volunteers opened the hospital in 1870 and 12 beds for children displaced after the Civil War. Back to the slides, and every year I've cherished my visit to Children's National to read a holiday story to the children and meet with the dedicated and inspiring healthcare professionals. This will be my fourth holiday visit there, and I look forward to spending time again with so many brave children and their families. And we look forward to it too, Flotus, for the next 4 years. Here are some of the individual pictures of the children and Flotus. Gee, I don't know. Her outfits are all different there, but I don't know what that's about. Flotus report. First Lady Melania Trump reads Oliver the Ornament to patients at Children's National Hospital. I'm going to go back once. I wonder if these were different years that she was there. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, there are the children listening to Flotus read the book. And then Caleb Hall tweeted out, Melania is currently reading stories to kids at the Children's National Hospital. You probably didn't hear about it because CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, Newsmax, ABC, and CBS are not covering it. Although I do think I did see one other station covered it. And then I ended with this picture, and POTUS is still fighting for Americans, and he's still fighting for the election. I hope you enjoyed the slides. And again, I just don't think Melania gets enough time. She is our FLOTUS. She's the First Lady of the United States. We can respect the office. If people don't care for her, we still should have some respect for the office, in my opinion. But that's just me. So thank you for visiting 5 by 5.